Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Reading today, Romans chapter 13, starting in verse 8 to the end of the chapter. In the reading from yesterday, the Apostle Paul said that we should pay what we owe. If we owe taxes, pay them. If we owe respect and honor, pay them. But he begins this section by saying, but there's one debt we'll never be free of. There's one thing that we will always owe, and that is our continuing debt, our continuing obligation to love one another. And that if we walk in that through the power of the Holy Spirit within us, we are fulfilling all the requirements of the law. And we are to walk this way, understanding the present time that we live in, which is we are living in a time of when Christ could return at any time. His return is imminent. That the next thing in salvation history is the return of Jesus Christ. And we need to understand that. We need to live in light of that. He says we're to put off the deeds of darkness. And he gives some examples. We are to put off immorality. We're to put off drunkenness or other forms of addiction. We're to put off dissension and quarreling and jealousy and divisiveness. We're to put off those things which constitute the deeds of darkness, and we're to clothe ourselves with Jesus Christ. And he says, he ends by saying, and do not think about how to gratify the desires of the sinful nature. Remember, we're renewing our mind. We're learning to think differently. And so the exhortation here is, live in light of Christ's return, that he is coming. We need to be alert. We need to be ready. You need to be thinking about that. And don't stumble through life just thinking about how to gratify the desires of our sinful nature. Don't dwell on that. Don't think about that. Rather, clothe ourselves with Jesus Christ. We need to renew our mind with new thinking, with new values, with new perspective, with a new outlook on life because of Christ's redemption in us. Remember, we need the gospel as a salve to our heart. And the more that we learn to renew our mind, the more those idols of the heart don't control us. Let's have a new way of thinking today. Let's put on Jesus Christ. Let's remember that he's coming back. And let's live alert and ready for that return. Have a great weekend, everybody.